Hi, this session we will be starting a new playlist on exam AI 102 designing and implementing a Microsoft Azure AI solution. So, if you pass this exam, you will be given the Microsoft Certified Azure AI Engineer Associate. And you see of how I had got this, and it is the icon down here shows the Azure Microsoft Certified Associate exam. If you pass it, it is, in my experience, giving around seven certifications. This is perhaps one of the less difficult ones, so I would encourage you, please go ahead and try this. And we are going to have a full series of videos on this exam, so please follow along with me so that we can have a shot at this exam. So, what is in this exam? The exam was updated on August 23, 2023. So, there is a lot of updates coming on. But what we will do is that we will go through each of the sections and we will cover all the topics. So, plan and manage an Azure AI solution, image and video processing solutions, natural language processing solutions, knowledge mining solutions, and conversational AI solutions. So, the first topic, what we will do is that we will go into how we can defend AI, that is, strategies for securing your AI services. So, first, what we will do is that to secure an AI service, we have to create an AI service. So, that's the first thing that we should do. So, let's create an AI service. So, here you can choose any AI service. I've chosen a computer vision service. So, you can go ahead and go here and you can say here computer vision service, computer vision. If you type in computer vision here, it will come up and you can just go here. I've already created one, the BCV. You can see this that it's already created. So this is created, and what we should do is that we should look at these keys and the endpoint, and we will secure our keys. So these are the keys that needs to be secured. But what you should do is that you should go ahead and create one like myself. So if you click on create, these things will come up: the subscription, a resource group, the region, the name, and the pricing tier. So you can choose a free tier. For me, the free tier has already been chosen, so it's not coming up. And then you click this box, and then you click next and review and create. So it's quite simple to do this creation of the service. So once again, put in the resource group. For me, it was a demo CV. I put in an East US. I put in BCV here. So you can put your name here, and the pricing tier. If the free tier is available, please go ahead with the free tier because you're not going to use this very much. And then what you should do is that you should create a key vault. So the key vault is, if you go to key vault here, if you go to key vaults, I have a couple of key vaults here. So you go into key vaults, you create a key vault, and this will come up. And similarly, the same thing, you in the resource group, the key vault name, and the region, the pricing tier, and days to retain deleted vaults. So once you create the key vault, what you should do is that is you got this once you create the computer vision resource as your resource, you will get the keys and the endpoint. So what you should do is that you should copy the keys value. You go to the key vaults. For me, it was the, I think I did the BCV01 was my key vault. So I went into keys, and you can, did I create in piece KV01. So you can generate, oh, you don't have to, you can go to secrets, and you can click on generate, and then you can type in your key name. So I already have a name with a key. You can type in any key, maybe a bees key or something. You type in the secret value of the key here, meaning the key that the endpoint, the computer vision resource key that you put in here, and that's it, and you click create. So again, you will create a key vault. Once you create the key vault by doing this, once you create the key vault, in your key vault, you will go to the key vault. For me, I had created this key vault. So I went into this key vault, I clicked on secrets, and then I generated one. I created a secret here, and you can name the key here. Remember the name of the secret here because you would need it in your code. So that's about it. And then what you do is that this is very interesting. The next step is that you need to create a service principal. Now, this is a new concept. What is a service principal? A service principal is an identity created for use with applications, hosted services, and automated tools to access resources. And the roles are assigned to the service principal to restrict access. So we will need this service principal in association with the key vault. So the steps are as follows. We'll go through and see of how it is done. We have created the key vault, it's already done. Then we'll create the service principal. We'll create the service principal, we'll query the object ID of the service principal and set the permissions get list for the key vault for the service principal. So instead of going through this PPT, let's see it in action. So what we will do is that this is the thing. So we will go here and we can do and is it login here so that we can log into our portal. So for me, I log in here. So login is successful. So you see this login will come up here. So this is a login, it is here. I can get the account also, is it account show, and it will give me the account in which I have logged in. And then what you will do is that we will create the service principal. So how do you create the service principal? So this is a syntax for it. So this is the SP is it SP is a syntax create for RBAC API colon, and this is a SP name, the service principal name, the role owner, and we give the scope, and you have to put in the subscription ID and the resource group. So I have given the SP name as SPCV, the subscription ID I put in my subscription ID. So you have to put in your subscription ID, and in the resource group I have given my subscription ID. So what this will give you is this. This has got an app ID. Take a note of it, just I have taken, and the password and the tenant. Then what you do is the next thing is query the object ID of the service principal. You do this syntax, is it AD SP show ID app ID query ID out TSV, and what it will do is that you copy the app ID from here that you have got from your previous command, and you put it here and query ID, and this will give you the object ID here. And now you set the permissions, so get a list for the key vault. So here you set the policy, the key vault name, and the object ID. So the object ID is the object ID that you have got here from the previous query, and the key vault name is BCV01, which I have got here. For me, it was BCV01, so you put your own key vault name. So this is done, and then after this is done, then it becomes very simple. So what you do is that now you have to use your computer vision resource. So this is the notebook. I will check all these things into GitHub, so don't worry, you just follow along with me. So here we have got in our environment the cognitive services endpoint, the key vault name, the tenant ID, the app ID, and the app password. So the app ID and the app password is the one that we had got here. that we had got in our service principal, the app ID and the password. You will pass in it here. And so these are the things that you would require. And then you get the key vault URI, you get the credential, you get the secret, you pass in the secret name. Here I've named it key. You can name it something better. And then you get the cog endpoint, which is the cognitive service endpoint. What is the cognitive service endpoint? The cognitive service endpoint is this one. So this one is my cognitive service endpoint. So that is there. So the cognitive service endpoint, also it is in my environment file. And now what we do is that we choose a remote URL here. So the image that we have got is something like this. It's a building. And now what we are using is as to get some images as to some tags from this image URL, from the remote image URL. When we run this, what is happening? It is coming out with some tags like outdoor building, sky, stadium, amphitheater, ancient Rome architecture, historic site, all these things. Please feel free to use image of your own. I tried with something with an image of my own like this, and you can try with yours. So I tried with an image of this, with something that I was giving a presentation with myself and flowers and like this. Try it out, personalize your experiment instead of this one. So this is about it, how you can secure your AI. And what are you securing? You are securing your endpoint and you are securing your key with the key vault. You are not exposing it to the outside world. All the secrets are there in the key vault. They are not exposed in your application. You are getting it from there. So here what we are doing is that we are not putting the secret name and the secret value anywhere in the code. It is there in the key vault. So that's what we are securing. Hope you liked the lecture. Thank you. Bye.